In today's notes, we're going to be taking graphs and writing equations from them. In example 1, we're going to deal with writing an equation of the form y equals a sine bx or y equals a cosine bx. So basically what we're doing is we have to figure out the a value, which is our amplitude, and the b value, which is the period. So first thing that we have to do when we're looking at our graphs is we need to choose what graph we're going to deal with. Are we dealing with sine or are we dealing with cosine? If we take a look right here, since we're not shifting anything up or down, our graph is starting up. If we take a look at the first page of our sine and our cosine graphs, notice the sine of a sine bx starts at 0, 0, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. If we take a look at our cosine graph either starts up if a is positive, or it's starting down when a is negative. So that means our graph that we have here, since we are starting up instead of at the origin, we have the graph of y equals a cosine x. Next, we want to find our amplitude. So if we take a look at our amplitude, you should be able to look halfway between the top and the bottom. The midpoint between the top and the bottom, so the top is 5, the bottom is -5, tells us that our midline is at 0. And our amplitude is the distance from the midline up or from the midline down. The distance should be the same. So from 0 up is 5, from 0 down is also a distance of 5. So we know that A is 5. Then we need to find the b value. Well, in order to find the b value, we need to find the period first. To find the period, we want to see where we get one full rotation. So our graph is starting here, and one full rotation, we're coming down, up, and over. So from this point to this point is our full rotation of our cosine graph. You can see that also above. One full rotation starts up and curves around, whereas our sine graph is going to come this way. So if we know that the graph is going from 0 to 2 for one full period, we know that our period is a distance of 2. So we know period equals 2. And if we know that the period, so the formula to find the period is 2 pi over b, we know that 2 pi over b in this case is equal to 2. And then we need to solve for b. So to solve for b, we would multiply both sides by b. So we would get 2 pi equal to 2b. And then we would divide both sides by 2, giving us b equal to pi. And then finally, once we have our a and we have our b, we can write our equation. So we have y equals, the amplitude goes in front, so 5. Cosine was the function we were using. We found our b value to be pi times x. Next, I would like you to do the try this that's below. So go ahead, pause it now. Unpause it when you are ready to check your answer. If you did the try this correctly, you should have gotten y equals 3 times the sine of 3 over 2 x. If you have questions, let me know.